T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. We want black power. 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 We don't have to be ashamed of it.
This is not a regular, this is that boom, blah, blah, blah. Some may call it secular, I just call it black, black, black. Marcus Garvey, Bookman-Dottie, bring that army, black, black, black. Malcolm X and Kwame Ture, this is where I'm at. If you wanna talk to me about black, black, black. Haile Selassie the first, niggas, niggas, let's talk about that. Kaboom, Yanni Maroon and all the Maroons, let's talk about that. The real Underground Railroad. The first subway for black, black, black. The freedom train begins with your brain. Get in on track. Whether justice or injustice, how do you react? Can you stand there laughing when they shoot us in the black, black, black? This is what some rappers sound like every time they rap. I'm raising up the red and the green and the black, black, black. Even with no cops in the hood, we still hear click, click, clack, clack, clack. I cannot forget my ancestors just because I rap. Look at me from top to bottom. KRS is black, black, black. Get out, speak out, reach out. This is what black about. Get out, speak out, reach out. This is what I rap about. Get out, speak out, reach out. Too many selling out. Get out, reach out, lift out. Get out. Time to ask the question now. Are you really black, black, black? It is not a mystery. We under attack. If you're chatting for free, you hold our people black, black, black. Time to put aside the fantasy and deal with fact. This is not the time to be talking. All that crap. Those that talk that crap. Or those that don't fight back. You can say what you like for real skill. I never lack. Black is more a consciousness. The way you think and act. Yo, get out. Speak out. Reach out. This is what black about. Get out. Speak out. Reach out. This is what I rap about. Get out. Speak out. Reach out. Too many selling out. Get out. Reach out. Lift out. Get out. Nice.
We stayed here and we begged the president. We begged the federal government. That's all we've been doing, begging. It's time we stand up and take over. We have to do what every group in this country did. We got to take over the community where we outnumber people so we can have decent jobs, so we can have decent houses, so we can have decent roads, so we can have decent schools, so we can have decent justice.
What's up, everybody? This is your brother, Guy Wood Jr. from the RBG Nation. I just want to say I'm coming to you with another exclusive program. And I had to address this because it's almost like history is starting to repeat itself all over again. And it's sad to say that Black folks still haven't gotten the memo yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this program. I'm going to play what happened yesterday. Of course, you know there was another mass shooting. But I'm going to play just a little bit what happened yesterday. Then I'm going to go in. And I'm just going to screen share this real quick. Here we go. Let me screen share this. Screen share this. I'm going to put my disclaimer here. People know this is. Yeah, put that here like that. So I want y'all to take a look at this because this is not going to be the last. This won't be the last. So I want y'all to take a look at this.
To that mass shooting at a supermarket in Buffalo, New York. Authorities charged the shooter hours after the rampage.
The FBI now looking into whether the shooting was racially motivated. Reporter Derek Waller from our sister station in New York City joins us live from Buffalo with the latest this morning. Derek.
John and Rachel, we're standing outside the Tops supermarket where this mass shooting happened less than 24 hours ago. Behind me, I'll show you what's going on in the street. We have hundreds of people out here for a prayer vigil that's now taking place. So many people angry about what happened here, the deadliest mass shooting so far this year in America.
Yes, sir. I understand my charges.
Payton Gendron did not say much inside a Buffalo courtroom hours after investigators say he carried out a mass killing inside a supermarket in a predominantly Black neighborhood.
A white supremacist who has engaged in an act of terrorism and will be prosecuted as such.
That charge of murder in the first degree carries with it a life without parole sentence.
Overnight, police searched Gendron's home in Conklin, New York, a small town about 200 miles from Buffalo. They are also combing through 180 pages of online writings, which included details of the planned attack and racist theories about white people being replaced.
Radio, send as many cards as you possibly can.
The shooting massacre began around 2:30 yesterday afternoon. Police say 4 people were shot in the parking lot. The gunman then entered the supermarket and continued shooting. He did encounter a security guard, a retired Buffalo police officer who returned fire.
Like something out of a war movie, just nonstop shooting, people running, screaming. The person was in tactical gear, a lot of guns, a lot of some kind of armor or something.
In the end, 13 people were shot, 10 killed, including that security guard. 11 of the victims were black.
I never thought in my lifetime at my age that I would live to see something like this in my community.
After police arrived and the shooting ended, investigators say Gendron thought about taking his own life.
The suspect put the gun to his own neck. Buffalo police personnel, 2 patrol officers, talked the suspect into dropping the gun. He dropped the gun, took off some of his tactical gear, surrendered at that point.
And we're also learning some disturbing new information from law enforcement sources to tell ABC News that the suspected gunman here actually threatened to shoot up a high school graduation last June. There were no charges filed in that situation, but he did have to undergo a mental health evaluation and undergo some counseling. But of course, now he's accused of carrying out the deadliest mass shooting we've seen this year in America. John and Rachel.
Derek, I understand he does have this manifesto that he put together. Are we learning any more information about what may be in that document?
Yes, actually, I just spoke with a representative from the Anti-Defamation League, and he's actually concerned about this because that 180-page document included some ramblings of anti-Semitism as well. So this is a hateful person, it seems like, from this document that investigators are now looking at online, radicalized from things he saw on the internet, and he was out to inflict pain on non-white people. We're reporting live here in Buffalo, New York. I'm Derek Waller for ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Derek, thanks for that
Derek,
report.
thank you.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC 7.
But there you have it. This white extremist purposely drove miles away just to kill black people. Now, he been saying this on his social media page that he was going to do these crimes, and we already know the routine. We already know how this whole thing works. And of course, I can hear black people now like, oh, how come they didn't stop him? How come? Why they allow this 18-year-old white extremist to give him enough time to take off his gear? This white boy was ready for war. And what kills me, but what really bothers me is that it seemed like to me, I'm looking at the news, I see a lot of black people crying, like, oh, whoopee, 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 look at this evil white boy, look at this white boy doing, and they already talking about, as you can hear, they already gonna say he was mentally ill. They already gonna cover for this white boy. They're already going to cover for him. And it's not going to stop there. It's not going to stop there. See, black folks, they sit here and they talk about this white supremacy, white supremacy, white supremacy. But you vote these same white supremacists that you claim they're white supremacy in office. Joe Biden, he's the ringleader. These are people like Joe Biden's children that's doing this. And while black people are so busy fighting each other, threatening each other, this is what happens. Same old stuff. He's not going to be the first. He wasn't the first, and he's not going to be the last. Unfortunately, it's going to continue. Now, like I said, we already know that if there was a black person that did that, they would have just gunned him down on the spot. They're not going to even they're not going to even say, drop your weapon and put your and lay on the ground. They're not going to even say that. They'll light his ass up. We already know that. We already know the routine. We already know the routine. Let me screenshare this. We already know the routine. I'm going to screenshare this. So we already know about this 18-year-old monster. And no harm done. They nicely put him in the car. Same thing. I wonder if they're going to treat him to Burger King. I wonder if they did that. Or maybe they treat him to McDonald's or White Castle. And and trust me, they're not gonna, they talking about first degree and they'll talk about all these things. But they're gonna make a way from where that he's gonna serve some time and they'll let him out. They'll make a way to get him out. But we already know the routine. We already know this already. We already know that these white folks is not going to kill their own. They're not going to do it. Now, he shot 11 black people. He killed 11. They say he killed 10 people, and most of them were black folks. And they claimed that this man he looked like he was going to kill himself, but he didn't do it. He said the Buffalo cops confronted the shooter who at one point put his gun to his own neck before authorities were able to talk him into surrendering. So they was nicely talk to this guy. They didn't say, oh, you know what? They nicely talked to this guy to drop his weapon. So he's looking at first degree murder. You know, so he's going to get psychiatric treatment. He's going to get psychiatric treatment. I'm just looking at this, reading this stuff. It's crazy. He first opened fire at the parking lot, killing 3 people and injuring 4. He then went inside the store where he encountered longtime beloved security guard and former Buffalo cop Aaron Salter Jr., who tried to stop him. So they said the guard bullet couldn't pierce the attacker's armor. So he had a bulletproof vest on. The shooter opened fire at Salter, killing the shooter, which is this white extremist, opened fire to Salter, Aaron Salter, killing him. So he killed the security guard. So So yeah, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. Hey, Hotep, over 50. How you doing, sis? That's right. It's here. Rainy, how you doing, sis? Hotep. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate it. Hotep, Brother Bakari. Hotep. Yes, yes. Yes, it's crazy. She said, "This is so sad, but what you're speaking is exactly the truth in our country." Yes. So they nicely talked to this guy. Brother Bakar, if you want to come join in, please, you could come on. I'll put the link in. Just let me know if you want to come in. Brother Bakar, if you're not too busy. Or anybody else wants to join in, they can join in and talk about this topic. Just let me know. So they talked to this guy, and as you can see, he killed at least 11 black people. Most of them were, I would say the majority were black, because he was looking for a fight. Now, we know the routine because it's the same story. It's the same story. When you had Dell and Ruth, how they put. Okay, give me 1 second, Brother Carr. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll put the link in. So you had this guy, and you see how they nicely put a bulletproof vest on this kid. Now these are kids coming after black people. These are kids. These are, I won't even say kids. These are older teens or older or young. Well, I won't say kids, but because anytime they over 18, they're not really kids. But you see how they put a bulletproof vest on this dude, and they treated him to Burger King. And we already know that there's a connection with law enforcement and white extremists and the militia and the white militia. We already know about this. We already know about the white mistreated militia and their connection with the police. Let me put that up there. We already know about the connection. White supremacist militia have infiltrated police across the United States. This is across the United States. This is across the board. This is across the board. So we already know there's this connection, because you notice they don't gun these people down. They don't gun these people down. But see, they already know what they got to do. But it seemed like to me black folks is not on board. Black people are not on board. I just had an incident today where you had this coon threaten my life. Another black man threatened my life. Oh, I'm going to come see you. I'm going to da-da-da. Over a word. And when I mention this to him, this is right on fan base, by the way. So when I mentioned this to them, he didn't care. He did not care. He was so mad at me. Oh, give me your address. I said, dude, my man, there was a shooting yesterday where this white boy shot and killed 11 black people. Where's the energy? Where's the smoke? He didn't care about that. So you had another coon get on there. Oh, well, do anybody know? So we supposed to go to the police station and get this guy? I said, yeah. Yeah. Everybody know the story of William Brown. Or Willie Brown, that's his name. Everybody know the story of Willie Brown. How he was falsely accused of raping a white woman in 1919. You know what those white people did? They all got together, especially all those white men got together, went inside the courthouse, grabbed that black man out, they lynched him, and they burnt him. They lynched him, and they burnt him. Hey, Sister Erica, how you doing, sis? Hold up. They lynched him, and they burnt him. This is in 1919. A race riot erupted during that time. So if they can do it, how come black people can't do it? How come black people can't go to these courthouses and grab this motherfucker and lynch him and burn him alive? I'm just saying. We always talk about fight fire with fire. We always talking about what's that? Oh, what's that other saying they used to say? Shoot. Damn, what's the other saying they used to say, Brother Bakari? What's the other say? Yeah, it was another saying they say in the Bible. Brother Bakari, you there?
Yeah, but I'm trying to.
What was they say? That, it's a biblical saying they always say.
Oh, I don't know.
Not fire with fire, but it was another one.
Shit, I don't know.
Oh shoot. But yeah, so this is what the Christians always say this. What's that saying?
Erica Howard, you in the chat?
Oh, eye for an eye. Yes, there you go. An eye for an eye. Right there you go. Thank you, Sister Erica. She's on point, brother. Because I was stuck. Yes, Rainy. Yes. Our sister's on point, Brother McCarr. 12 Bells, what's going on, sister? How you doing? Hotel. So we always say these things, but we don't actually do it. So I'm on fan base. You have these cowards. Oh, all of a sudden, there's a different conversation. All of a sudden, they're giving this killer, this murderer, a pass. These are black people. We got cowards among us, Brother Bakari. Brother McCall, we got cowards among us.
I know.
Go ahead, brother.
A
I'm
lot
gonna
of
let you speak. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you rock. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I know. We got a lot of them. That's why they never respond, man. When I always say y'all want to come and cause problems over here
Hotel, Ebony, hotel. Go ahead, brother McCall. I'm sorry.
and cause confusion over here whenever we holding a discussion, but you won't go to the white folks channel and do the same thing or anybody else channel, right? So this white boy traveled 200 miles. People understand what's going on, but they don't want to understand it because understanding it means they would have to take responsibility. And I hate to say it, but there's a lot of black men in this country that don't want to take that responsibility. We are fear mongers. We are those people that was murdered yesterday by that white boy. Is they are victims. They were, and their families. But too many of our people teach victim mongering on social media. We want to talk about how strong other people is at all times, and we're proud to talk about how much power people have over them. Now this is just my thinking. So, of course, there's a bunch of cowards, especially I've met a lot of them on fan base that was absolute cowards. And if you don't mind me asking, who told you that? If you don't mind, who said that? Who you was talking to on fan base?
I was talking to Unapologetic.
Oh, he's an absolute coward.
And it was another dude who was defending
that was
him.
today. That was today.
That was today. Yes.
Oh wow! Of course, he's an absolute coward. I don't even know why people allow that guy in the room to cause confusion. When you look at this, the N word was written on his rifle. That's what they say. He had a manifesto, right? And he was talking about what he was gonna do. The black guy that drove the car into the crowd of white people in Wisconsin. He wrote that this was like get back for that. So there's a lot of things. This ain't the first, like the white boy who you just showed, that murderer who walked into that church and killed those black people in South Carolina. What people forget, maybe it was about a year later, they caught his sister, and they had wrote it because they had a couple of school shootings after that, and all the white people, everybody getting the kids up, walking out of school, right, out of the classroom. Well, they caught his sister, and she was her sister and a couple of their friends, and they caught them with knives and guns and notes and stuff they had wrote about when the bell ring and the people walk out of class out. Today would be a good day to kill some niggas. They could easily kill some niggas. People don't talk about that, and we don't even want to be prepared for that. And that's the sad thing about it. Black men don't want to be prepared for that. Black men only want to be prepared to argue and bicker with one another. And when I'm saying black men, of course, I'm not talking about the majority of black men, right? Well, I'm not talking about all of black men. I could very well be talking about the majority. But we ignore things like that. We ignore these signs. Someone put in the chat, said the race war is upon us. The race war has been upon us ever since we met these people 5,000-10,000 years ago. This is an ancient war with everybody, with the white folks. This is an ancient war. And that's what we seem to forget. We think because all of a sudden we can call ourselves an American that things has changed. No, you can scream you're an American all you want, but that doesn't make you an American. Are you treated like an American? You're always talking about the rights you don't have as other Americans, but but you want to scream you're an American. And we don't want to be honest with our situation in this place. A lot of black people don't want to be honest with our situation, don't want to be honest with our relationship with this country and other races of people in this country. 12 Veils put in the chat, more Asians in commercials and marketing campaigns. Yes, you read the article in the USA Network, the first thing they was talking about, after you read the article, they go down and they go to talking about how Asians in the black community are standing together against racial injustice. When? Where? Where? Yeah, so the thing about it is, guy, you're gonna have to get to a point what you do like me. Leave out the room with those people. If they're there, I'm not even going. And I don't care who created the room. If they are in there, I know what the room is going to be about. It's going to be toxic, and it's not going to be anything, any tangible or valuable information disseminated in that room. Only thing that's going to come out of that room is was a lot of frustration. So if we want to do something, we have to stay away from the people that don't want to do anything. I hear the mic.
Nah, I agree with you. I'm starting to go there less now. I to the point I don't even go there because I just feel like it's becoming a circus. Because when I like to build, I don't like to destroy. And the problem is where you have these black folks that bang on Africa. Now we already know in science that Africa we're considered where the real human beings are located. Anybody that outside of Africa are Neanderthals. This is according to science. I tell people don't take my word for it. They can look it up themselves. So even Native Americans are considered Neanderthals. So yes, you probably do have black Neanderthals. So you got these black people that bang on Pan-Africans or African people that wants to unite with other black people. And it's this constant battle. Even when they purposely come to these channels to start a war, to start a fight. And like you said, they don't even go to those mega channels, those racist Trump followers or those Biden followers. They don't even go mess with them, but they want to come to a place where there's about unity and peace. And they want to cause disruption. And I notice that they don't even congregate among themselves. They don't even want to. They don't even want to congregate. They don't want to get together. Their whole purpose, or I'm an FBA, or I'm an ADOS. And then they want to create this illusion like if they could create this safe haven utopia in America, everything would go, all the problems will go away. All the problems will go away. And none of them own anything. They don't run anything. Their stories don't make any sense of how they have this connection to America. They don't. But you don't have to come to my space. This is the way we trying to unite. But if you don't want to be African, that's fine. Then I can't associate with people. You cannot help or even talk to a black Neanderthal. It's just not going to work. They can't comprehend. They dumb. So their whole purpose, just like a Neanderthal, is all about violence. Just like those Neanderthals that I had to deal with today, those black Neanderthals, it was all about violence towards another black man. And this is what we have to deal with. So while and you just told a perfect story where when you talk about the animals, how you talked about the animals that fight. Brother McCart, could you tell us that story? Tell the people that story, Brother McCart.
Are you talking about the wolves? Talking about
Yeah,
the super
maybe you were saying about the words that how the predator they'll see two animals fight and the predator will come and get.
Oh,
Get them.
you was talking about. Oh, you was when I showed the video about how the lion. They showed a video of a lion and a tiger. You know, the tiger's a lone hunter, leopard and a tiger. They're both lone hunters. They saw deers fighting, right? And those deers were fighting with each other, and they didn't even see the enemy come. It just became dinner for the one. Didn't have to do much. Just went and pounced on it because they were too busy fighting with each other. They don't see the enemy because they're
Yeah,
too
and
busy.
that's exactly what's going on with us. Hotel person kid.
Well, can I say
Hotel
one
person
difference?
kid 21.
Can I say one difference in that before I give?
Go ahead, brother.
The one difference is black people see the enemy. Black people trying to avoid the enemy, but black people see the enemy. But it's easier to fight and easier attack one another because defenseless people attack defenseless people. Now you the mic.
Right, that's true. They do see the enemy. That's true. That's true. But you're right, and it's sad to say that when you got the movies and the movies are not helping, our music are not helping. It feeds into this self-destruction mentality. And while we so busy fighting and arguing, this shit happens. They're gonna let me say this to black people, whether you like it or not. They're gonna treat this white boy as a hero. He's gonna get a lot of praise. He's gonna get a lot of donations. You best believe they're gonna send a lot of money for his defense. Because they already talking about, well, maybe he's mentally ill. They're already talking about it now, but this is nothing new. You know that as long as you live in the United States of America, and if you claim that you love this country so much, well, this comes with the package. This comes with the package. There shouldn't been no crying. It should have been anger. It should have been like, we're going to get this white boy. Just like they got an innocent brother, Willie Brown. But Willie Brown, that story, that brother was innocent. So I'm just a little, I just want black folks to understand this is not a game. This is not a game. Hotep, Sister Raw, how you doing, sis? Hotep. Yes, Erica said, fan base really show who people are. Great people, great app, but toxic people. Facts. A lot of toxic black people on, but that's social media. That's the reason why I kind of like social media, because it really brings black people, it really shows black people true colors. And there's more cowards than revolutionaries. Even with the ones that talk all this, they claim they pro-black and all this other stuff and power to the people and all this other nonsense. They claim they got this plan and this solution, but they really hate black. They really don't. They're in it for the dollar. They're in it for praise. They're not in it because their heart is really in it for their people. There's a lot of beef between black people. Oh, I'm going to expose them. I'm going to come, give me your address, and I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do that to you. But in the meantime, while black people are fighting, you're going to have people like this monster going to come behind you and murk all of us. And not one black person going to come and be like, you know what, we're going to check. George Zimmerman still walking the streets. And not one black gang member say, you know, we're going to hunt this dude down. Nope. Nope. Matter of fact, I could take it further than that. Where's the Black Panthers? Where's the Black Panther Party? Where's the new Black Panther Party? 12 Vet said Biden opened up borders to all those immigrants. Well, those immigrants ain't black people. 12 Vets, you know that, right? Those are his people. You see how white people cater to their own? You see how white people open borders, just like I told about the Nationalization Act. The Nationalization Act was only for white immigrants. It wasn't for African immigrants. And she said, and now we're struggling for our own basic necessities of truth. Of course. Brother McCarr, they already a shortage on baby formula. There's a shortage on baby formula. Do Biden gives a damn? No. He's still worried about some white folks in Ukraine. Oh, thank you, MG2. Thank you, brother. Forecast was good. Hotel forecast. I'm glad everybody came through because this is well necessary. This is well needed. Hotel K Tay, how you doing, sis? Hotel. Yeah, George Zimmerman is still alive. And no black person got smoked for him. But I can say a word on social media, yo, give me your address. So one brother said, Brother Bakari, you wasn't on there, brother. But one brother came, his name was his name was Hip Hop something. And this is on fan base. And he said, well, if you really want to go check this white boy, this guy Payton Gendron or something like that, his last name. I don't know his last name. He said there's plenty of information where he's located, where he live at, all that is online. Why are you acting stupid where you don't know what this white boy located at? They already think you know where he's at. We are under attack. Forecast showed a program. Shout out to Forecast. Shout out to Forecast. Forecast showed a program yesterday how these black college students was, I think they was going to the school. I'm not too sure where they was headed. But these white cops or these troopers stopped the bus. And they literally started checking their bags. Just start checking their bags. And you can't, it's against the law to search people without a warrant. But they didn't care. They violated their rights. One girl, she had a gift from her grandmother. It was still wrapped. And the cop said, oh, what is this in there? He thought it was drugs. And I couldn't believe it. And I wish those black people should say, you know what? You're not going to check our bags. You're just going to have to kill everybody on this damn bus because we will fight you. It should have been a stand. I really hate to say that. I don't care if there were men, women. It should have been a stand. They should not have let those cops get away with that. They was doing that since the 60s and the 50s. And Forecast could bear witness on it because I typed it in. I said nothing has changed. This is 2022 and nothing has changed. And you got black people talking about they don't want to unite with other black people because they think or they got this belief that their heritage started in some fucking America called United States. Give me a fucking break. Bunch of cowards. What did Forecast say? Oh, okay. They were the lacrosse team or something like that. Young sister from HBCU. See? I couldn't believe it. When I saw that, I was like, wow. And it was a coon. He's taking up for the police. Give me 1 second, bro. I'm gonna let you go in, brother. Just give me a second. I'm just reading these comments. The new BPP is actively having a meeting. They had an event in Harlem April 2nd. Okay. What is the meeting about though, 12? I'm just reading your comments. The BPP who has branches and they met, but the government watches them and the Black Israelites, all real strong gatherings. South Carolina had the huge graduation and that the white kid took out 10 of us. Wow. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's this is, I'm telling you, it's going to be more. And you notice the numbers are getting higher. First is the one white boy, he killed 9 black people. Now this cat killed 10 or 11. The numbers is getting higher. The numbers are getting higher. And black people, and you know what? Black people is going to ignore it, and they're going to go with their life. They're going to forget about this. That's what black folks are going to do. They'll talk about it within a week, but then they're gonna forget about it, because this is just like they forget about the roof dude who killed 9 people in the church. They forgot about him. They forgot about George Zimmerman. For some reason, these killers gets a pass. That's why I will no longer, if I do my program on fan base, I'm not going to allow no cowards on there. So I can't speak for anybody else. But even on this channel, I'm not going to allow any cowards on my page. Team Black. If they're not Team Black, if they're not Pan-Africans, I cannot fuck with them. I'm not going to deal with no Black Neanderthal. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to work. Well, brother, you can't say that you're pro-Black. Well, I guess not. if that's what you want to say. But when you're dealing with pro-blackness, it means unity among other black people that is on the same page, that have the same mindset, the same goal, the same vision, the same behavior, the same lifestyle. It always goes together. Brother Carl, you want to say anything?
You know what? I'm like you, man. I done got to that point. I stuck my room in there, in my head in that room today for a couple of minutes.
Yeah,
So,
I was in there, but I got out. I was.
Yeah, I left too, man. I left before the other people came. I'm not even going back in that room, man. You get to a point, somebody want to say I'm not pro-black because I don't want to deal with other people. Oh well, man. But you get to a point in your life where I don't have time for all of that. I don't have time for all of that arguing and foolishness all the time. All of the time. I don't have time for it. It's frustrating and it's extremely, for me, it's extremely tiring. And you will never get anywhere if you're still trying to argue with people and convince people why black people should want to be together. Man, just let them be. And I agree with you on that. Just let them be. And I'm not even going in those type of rooms anymore because I don't want to be around that, not even on social media. It's a waste of my time. I'm not trying to convince nobody no more. And if people want to say, well, you can't be pro-black if you don't want to deal, well, that's what you say. I don't have to prove my pro-blackness and how I live in my walk with nobody. And I'm not arguing with nobody no more, man. I can't speak for anyone else, but for me, I'm like you. You really get tired of it. You want to move forward. We are under fucking attack. We have been at war. Not only are they killing you, they're poisoning your water. Look at Flint, Michigan. Look at Jackson, Mississippi. Look at the sewage they're running back in people's houses in Alabama. Look at the sewage running back in the streets in Mount Vernon, New York. And we are still arguing, and we are still, every time someone want to hold a decent discussion or talk about the things that we're going to do, or we getting plans in order, you have people that want to come through and cause confusion. And I'm done with the confusion. Like, I'm even done. I just asked you that question, but I'm done calling people's name. I really am. I don't even care, man. I'm not gonna even worry about it, man. Me got to get past that dude calling people name and worrying about those people. Hey, but I got to take this call. This is a business call, so I'm gonna mute my mic.
All right, go ahead, brother. So I'm showing y'all these pictures because all of them are linked. All these pictures I'm showing, they're linked. They're linked. They're linked. See, look, a former FBI agent has documented links between the serving officers and racist militant activities in more than a dozen states. It's like almost mob affiliated. You ever notice that mob used to pay the cops off and help the mob? It's the same thing. And what I don't understand, you have black officers. How come they can't come together and protect us? You claim you want to make a difference. You claim that you want to make a difference, black officers, but you see the racism in the precinct. Where's the brotherhood? Where's the, hey, let's stick together, let's protect the people in there. Let's not go along to get along. No, but they stand on the sidelines and they join forces. All of a sudden, they're not black no more. It's all about blue lives now. These black police officers, they ain't shit either. They trash. They're the worst. Because you got somebody that looks like you, and you see what you see the injustice, and you don't even step in and say, hey, you're not going to do that. Not here. You're not going to do that to my people like that. You're not going to do that to my people like that. They don't even step in to handle the situation. They just let it rock. Exactly. Because you got a lot of cowards, Sister Raw. There's cowards among us. It's easy to attack your own, but when it comes down to attacking because I'm thinking black people like to fight. Well, there's there you got it. You got a fighter. So you have, and this is what I'm saying, that we were really unprepared when it came down to the school systems. I think we should have had our own way of. I think our teachers should have been independent, where they should have taught us about the politics, about the law, and how the law would probably deal with us, because there is a difference how they treat their own and how they treat us. And there should have been a separate school system where African people should have been independently teaching our kids about survival in the United States. Because like my mother always say, you cannot do what white people do. White people, just like this guy said, he took his time, took off his military gear or whatever. They didn't care if this man would pull out a gun or they nicely talked to him to put down his gun and everything. He was acting like he was going to kill himself. I just, you know, but we get killed just by a traffic stop. They just totally violate our rights. Oh, you know, I smell marijuana in the car. Could you step out the car, please? But that right there, what Forecast showed me yesterday, that was really disturbing. Them kids, they knew those kids was college students. They knew those black kids were college students, but they decided, oh, are we going to fuck with them? They got to have some drugs. And then at the end, when they did not find anything, they turn around and say, well, thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the rest of your day. You just violated them and traumatized my people. And then you're going to turn around and say, have a nice day? I just wish my people should just say, yo, fuck it. It's going to be our life or their life. It would have made it should have been made national news that day. If black people was on the same accord, those cops would have to murk everybody on that bus. It would just have to come to that point. When are we going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired? So this is proof. I'm showing you evidence that this is evidence. Okay, Forecast. Can't wait till you come on, because I definitely want to hear your thoughts. But this is proof and evidence, people. This is proof and evidence that this country is against you. And just like 12 Veil said, she said, hey, they pump him all this money. Right. Brother Carr said, yes, there is a war against us. He's talking to Sister Raw. We refuse to fight, so the war is one-sided. That's true. This is a one-sided war. I just want to know why black people love a country where you got the KKK that's hiding behind a uniform now. They hide behind a police uniform now. Now they have a badge. They have a license to kill you. Because if they can't arrest you, they're going to kill you. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. So I want people to see this, because this is across the country. This is not a game. This is not a game. So these FBAs, talking about Foundation of Black America, this is what they support. This is what these ADOS support. They support this. Unfortunately, they don't care. They want to attack black people who hasn't done nothing to them. You want to attack the black man in the Caribbean who have done nothing to you. You want to attack the African man and woman in the motherland that have done nothing to you. But then you want to come to my channel, try to take me away from my motherland. You want to take me away from my motherland. One dude, one coon said, hey, United States was his motherland. But so if this is your mother, this is your motherland, then you support this. You support this white extremists. They part of your family. They part of your family. You support this. I'm just waiting on Brother Forecast because he says he's going to come through. So, but I want to show this because I want to show how these killers are well protected, and the police are in on it. Those cops are in on it. I don't care what nobody say. Those police, they could talk all this, all that. They only saying is all that stuff they saying. Oh, we're gonna give them first-degree murder and all this other. It's all to make black people happy. I'm tired of hearing that. This guy drove through what, 3 hours? He drove 3 hours to do this. Think about that. That's determination. He had a motive. That was a clear motive. And then they saw this on social media. So how come they didn't grab him then? When he's on social media talking about they was going to do this. He was planning this out on social media. So they got records of this, and they did not stop him. The law enforcement did not stop him. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. I never understood that. You brought all this stuff on social media, and law enforcement did not step in and stop him before he did the act. So they can miss me with that bullshit talking about, oh well, you know, we're going to give him. No, you knew what this man was doing. And now you're going to reward him. You're going to put him in a protection, custody or whatever, where no one can bother him. He's going to be safe in a cell somewhere. You're not going to put him in a general population where he might get killed. No, you're going to protect this guy. It's just what it is, man. You know, I'm just tired of it. I'm just really, really tired of this. It's all the same. It's the same bullshit. But you got black people banging on each other. Unbelievable. I'm just waiting on forecasts. Just waiting on my brother forecast. I'm walking in the house. Okay, I'm just waiting on him. But yeah, it's just weird to me when you got black people, they don't get it. They don't get it. It's sad. I'm just trying to wait a few more minutes till my brother come on in. So I put the link, anybody that want to come on. But I really had to talk about this because I'm just letting black people know straight up there's going to be more of this type of craziness, this madness. There's going to be more of it. He wasn't the first, and he's not going to be the last. And he's saying, well, the reason why he did that because the white population is getting low or something like that. Some stupidness, he said, the reason why he did what he did. So you went out the way. And my thing is like this. If you wanted to have a gunfight, and I just want to know, and I tell these white extremists, if you're looking for a gunfight, how come you can't go into the hood and with the gangs are at? Why you had to go to a supermarket where the majority of people in the supermarket are women? I never could understand that logic. Why you had to go to a supermarket, white extremists? To all you white extremists out there, why do you have to go to places like supermarkets and churches? And you know the majority of these who's in there are black women. Black men, I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Because these white men are killing our women. So while you on this banging on black women, they listening to you. This is the reason why these white extremists subscribe to your channels. They subscribe to your channels. You think it's black people subscribing. When you start banging, talking about you black women, you start talking about, oh, we got to divest the men and abort black babies. These white extremists, they're subscribing to your channels. They like that shit. So you thinking black people subscribe? No, it's these white extremists. They subscribe to your channels on YouTube and they share them on your friends, and this is the shit that they do. But these white extremists, they're not all that gangster either. I mean, they bold, but they're not gangster like that, because if they were gangster, they should have went to the hood. If you're looking for a real fight, if you're looking for a real war, go to the Bloods and Crips. Have a shootout with them. Bang with them. But you're not going to do that. So you're going to go to a supermarket with nothing but women, especially black women in a black neighborhood, defenseless black women, and you're going to shoot. You're going to shoot. Or you're going to go to the church. But you're not going to go into the hood where you got brothers ready to bang. That's true. Yeah. Unfortunately, shout out to KW Don 7. Shout out to you, brother. Hotep. But that's true. They will hit the weakest spots, the softest spots. Yeah. White shooting will always hit the soft targets. That's true. It's facts. So they cowards. They cowards too. But at least with them, they at least try to start it off. They hit your loved ones to see what black people are going to do about it. They've been doing that for years. They don't really go to brothers who's ready to fight. They go to the weaker ones. They don't care. They don't care if your grandmother is going there in tops and shopping for groceries. They don't care if that was your mother or your aunt. They don't care. But I never could understand that if you're looking for a fight, white extremists, why don't you come to the hood? You white militias and all that, you don't never come to the hood with black people willing to bang. I don't get that. It's just sick. But these are people, loved ones. So now I got Brother Forecast on here. What's up, Brother Forecast?
Yo, what up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, brother. You can go in.
Hold on, my mic was messing up. But yeah, hold on.
I had a doggy. Yeah, but that's true. They always the white these.
Yeah, my bad. I had to let the dog outside.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, but yeah, I was listening to some of it. I was trying to hurry up, so I missed like the last little bit of what y'all was saying. But yeah, I saw it on there. He was trying to start it, but guess what? It probably be, and we wonder why we soft targets. It probably see somebody family on there, like we forgive him even though he praying while I'm saying my parents was in the church praying. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. That was another white boy that shot and killed us that we forgave. Yo, we are all soft targets because we don't stand together. Like, yo, when black people try to do something, a black person will find any single reason not to be a part of it. And you know how you know that is fake and BS? Because they could easily find something that they really believe in and go stand on it and go build. And the people who agree with them will do the same thing. But no, they want to be like, nah, what's your ideology? What's your thing? We're going to fight over that. But this white boy come in here, well, we can't be too disrespectful. We're not going to ask too many questions. We're not going to, I know he looked like he got an AK-47 in his bag, but he's a good white boy because we got this John Brown complex as a people, and it's crazy. It's almost like you need a European or somebody to tell you, because I've been talking about these stories since like day one and stuff like that. It's not nothing new. They was making threats before the January 6th thing, like, yo, we're gonna run up on the Capitol. Someone was saying even if Donald Trump win, and guess what? They did it. Black people have been saying no justice, no peace. And guess what? We the most peaceful people that ever walked the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Still to this day. And then wonder why, people can come in and do what they do. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why that, we all are weak targets. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just, and they do go after women and children and stuff like that. But as black men, like, I ain't speaking about us individually, but just as a collective, we are weak as long as this stuff keep happening. And then look who is arresting them. Look who's going to punish them. Like on that picture, do you see somebody with an afro, you know what I'm saying, and a pick with a fist on it? Or do you see somebody who look like him taking them in peacefully? When somebody with a hat in his hand gets shot, you know what I'm saying? But black people will be like, yo, the black person who got with a hat, that may not have been real. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, I'll pass the mic.
It's on you, brother Bakari.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know what it's about. I've been on a business call, man. So I'm gonna keep listening and get caught up. So I don't want to speak out of turn because I don't even know what we're talking about. I've been handling some damn business. My bad.
That's all right. But yeah, but forecast, you're right, man. Is that they like I said, we've been so conditioned of warring with each other, right? And like when we come together, with this team black, we show inspiration, we show positivity, we give real solutions to our problems. We try to build with other black people. But then you got the coons that come in because they're part of the black Neanderthal crowd. You know what I'm saying? They're part of they are the beast keepers. So they come with this Neanderthal type of behavior, like they just want to fight, they just want to argue. Everything is just beefs. You disagree with them, they want to come at you. They want to threaten your life. And they don't care if it's on air. They don't care if it's the media. They're willing to get arrested by threatening another black man. But they wouldn't want to get arrested by murking people like this. You see how that works? They wouldn't go up their way to try to look for this. See, and like I said, just like when I was on Fanbase, one dude's like, well, how are we going to, how are we going to find this guy and all this other stuff? So one brother said, yeah, that's easy to find it. All the information is there. They pretty much told you where this guy's located at. You mean to tell me you could threaten another black man, but you wouldn't dare go check this dude, this killer? So I'm done. Like I said, we got to be very, and I tell people in the chat, be very selective who you deal with. Get with people with a like minds. Be very selective who you deal with, because people will come and they would look like you, and they would even go as far as talking like you. But they have this agenda, like at the same time, their whole mission is to destroy what you're trying to build, because they helping these type of monsters. These are the white supremacists that these people keep talking about. White supremacy, like the Tariq Nasheeds, white supremacy, white supremacy, white supremacy. I even asked, Brother Forecast, check this out. I don't know Brother Bakari is listening because I know he's busy. I even asked Tariq Nasheed. How long we going to keep battling this white supremacy as long as we stay in the United States? How long? How come? When do we going to gain some black supremacy? Well, according to Tariq Nasheed, we're not naturally be race. We're not naturally can be to gain black supremacy. We're naturally to share our power with everybody, according to him. We are supposed to give our power or share our power with everybody and everybody. That's his way of defeating white supremacy. Just so, if, in other words, Forecast, just say we got reparations. No, white people deserve reparations too. We're supposed to give some of that money to the white supremacists so they could just leave us alone. That's his solution. So when and like I said, you have, because he can't You got to understand, he's taking care of white. He's taking care of white supremacists in his house, the white supremacist in-laws. So that's he's showing you, hey, in order to get rid of white supremacy, you know, whatever we get, you got to share with them. We're not built to have power like that. We got to share our power with these people. We're not built to get our what we deserve. No, we got to take what we have and give it to them so they could just leave us alone. This is how Tariq Nasheed thinks. I want people to understand this. And like I said, don't take my word for it. I spoke to the motherfucker. I spoke to him. He says this. Tariq Nasheed wants black supremacy. He wants a system of justice, whatever that means. Yes, he wants justice. To him is for everybody. But hey, every FBA says the same thing. They don't want, see, what they trying to do, these FBAs, these ADOS, or these people, these indigenous or Aboriginal, whatever they want to call themselves, their whole thing is to get rid of so-called racism, is to give everybody justice. Not just black people, just get everybody justice. Everybody get a fair share. But in the meantime, we're not getting no fair share. Meantime, no one don't give a damn about black lives. We're still fighting for voting rights. We're still fighting to be treated like human beings. But then you got these suckers that come before us. You got these suckers that come before us, and that whole solution is, well, if you know, we can't be racist. We have to, you know, we have to. It's all about having justice for everybody. Everybody get a piece of the pie. So when we get something, we got to share it among the Asians. We got to share it among the Europeans. We got to share it among the Indians, the Latinos, I would say the Spaniards, or whatever that is. I would say that's Europeans. We got to share everything. Justice is for everybody. So basically, they're trying to get you out of the race card. But this country was built on racism. This country was built on a color code. So how are you going to get people out of this race card when this country was built on color code? And when we have to say we got to get on code, we got to at least get on the color code, because black people are not even on the color code.
Hey, guy, can I ask a question?
Well, hold on, brother. Let me read this real quick. He thinks Zachara, I hope I'm pronouncing right. Hotep to you, by the way. He thinks he's big and he thinks he's a bad man killing innocent, unarmed people. Try that in the hood or in Afghanistan. He will get done within a few seconds. Facts. But go ahead, Brother Bakari. Go ahead.
I heard you say you was talking about code, and I hear people. That is something. That's Tariq Nasheed bullshit. That's Tariq Nasheed and Jason Black bullshit to get on code. Can someone?
No, I said get on. I said get on. Well, I said.
I'm just going.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to ask a question because I know a lot of people say it. So I just want anybody who can explain, what does get on code mean? Can anybody ever explain it? I know what living by a code means, but get on a code. See, even when we say get on color, no, you live by that color code. You know your race. But people like Tariq Nasheed, that bullshit he's spewing, And those people, and I don't even like to call people names no more shit. But anyway, that bullshit that they're spewing, they ain't trying to live by no black code. They are just trying to live the code. The code they are trying to live by is get black people money code. Now they live by that code, the scamming code. They live by that code. And unfortunately for black people, social media have so much of an impact on a lot of our people everyday lives. So these people that you are talking about who create these terms, right?
Mhm.
And I'm going to tell you something. People can say whatever they want to say about Grandmaster Jay. The one time we had an opportunity to create propaganda to act like we had millions of people in a militia, or at least 100,000 people in a militia. The one time we could have used propaganda, the people that is followed most on these social media streets, only thing they did was come out and insult that brother for marching, being able to get 5,000 people in March, suited and booted, fully vested up, AR-15s, AKs, pumps, all that, and march together in unison. The only thing those people, the names that you have been calling, the only things they did was insult him publicly to everybody, which is something I try not to do. Instead of using that as an opportunity to build some type of propaganda. And I'm going to say this, and it's truly by the black people. The greatest white supremacist, whatever, because I hate that. I'm going to be honest, I hate that because every word have a meaning.
Brother, just say
The
white
greatest white
extremists.
supremacist in this country.
I say white extremists.
Yes, the greatest. That's exactly what they are.
Right.
But the greatest white supremacists in this country is black people. They are the greatest. We are the greatest who teach you can't do something because of white folk. Who always tell black people that. It's not white people. It's not white people who's telling you it's black people. Yeah, we can say they created a system. They're supposed to create a system
Right.
where they benefit from it. I don't complain about that. We don't have to worry. Don't worry about that system. Let's create our own system. I don't worry about white privilege. They should give their people privilege.
Exactly.
So we're so consumed in our little mind that we want to be like them and be under them so bad. We are still in, why do they treat us like the bad stepkids? Instead of saying we can create our own system, we can control the resource in our community, which is us, and we can have a system of supremacy in our community. We can have a system where there's black privilege. You don't think in a Chinatown, Asians don't have Asian privilege? Amongst Arabs, Arabs have Arab privilege.
That's true.
East Indians, Latinos, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So we are the only ones that's not trying to create a system. And I'm talking about us as a whole or as a majority. Well, we're not trying to create a system of black supremacy, create a system of where our kids can have black privilege. We want to complain that white people don't treat us right in their system. They got white privilege. Well, goddamn, they're supposed to have privilege for them. That's just me. That's just how I see it. So if you stop complaining about what they do for themselves, we'll start creating the same system for us. And I yield the mic.
Before I let forecast go in, I'm going to read this. Said Brother Bakari, it's true. 90% of black people are soft targets because they do not realize that they are in a war for their survival. Zakira. I'm sorry. Forgive me if I pronounce your name wrong. Forgive me. He's I'm assuming it's a female. Is this says how was George Floyd, an unarmed man, killed? While this terrorist killed 11 people, he's still alive. What the fuck? KW Dawn 7 said FBA ADOS want to be tethered to you guru until the end of time. Is it why guru? I think that's how I pronounce it. African supremacy liberation is a different language to them. That's true. It is a foreign concept. Yeah, he's right. Facts. Nah, King King Bakari, we here have no dealings with the Caucasoids. None at the tall man. I'm trying to repeat. But I understand what she's saying. Not all money, no, not good money. That's true. All money, not good money. That's true. I'm trying to understand. I know it's broken English, but I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to forgive me, Sister Raw. Forgive me. But I understand. I understand a little bit. I am from Afghanistan. Our blood is boiling after watching that video. Wow. Yeah. So, go ahead, Forecast. It's on you.
Well, I'll say this. Like kind of what you were saying earlier. My brother, MD2, asked the question on one of his shows. He was like, "Yo, what could we do to especially like the people in our hood that we be like, yo, be killing each other and all of this stuff like that. Like, how could we use them? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, for like Erica's business, like for her to have a business, you know what I'm saying? And my idea would be, like we do something for those people, like you hire them as the security, like, yo, you don't come around the store, like you make sure other black people, but other people don't come into your neighborhood or your community, or you make sure that this business, like whatever business Erica's trying to do, but she might be scared that like some black dude might be trying to hit her if she don't have no protection. Now she can offer them like, maybe like discounts on Fridays or free Fridays, or offer them like, stock in her company, once you get to that level. I'm just saying, putting out ideas out there, you know what I'm saying, about how we could do things that can help ourselves to make sure that somebody cannot come into a black grocery store or whatever armed and be able to walk out of there alive, number one, you know what I'm saying? And the crazy part, like a lot of these mass shootings, you see black people running to defend other people, and not really other black people too, but you'll see black people argue about black people getting shot down or whatever, but if you actually like took some kind of initiative, of course, like, yo, the boot camp Bakari is talking about for like young boys, so to train them to be like armed but have the right mindset too. But like, even if you just do deals with somebody like, yo, protect my store, I'll pay you this, or I'll do this for you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, using these kind of things will help us, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, a little bit by little bit, stop turning our guns on ourselves, because like everybody else already got their stuff on us, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, we can at least not do it to ourselves too. But I'll pass the mic.
Yeah. So what I think when we're gonna have to learn where if you're going to, we're gonna have to learn where we're gonna have to start protecting these places. We're gonna have to have more armed guards to protect us, whether if it's in a hotel, whether if it's in a grocery store, a supermarket, whether if it's in a bank or a church. Black people is going to have to put their beliefs to the side, or how they feel about arming themselves. You're going to have to arm yourselves now. You're going to have to start going to the gun range or create your own gun range. You don't have to go to the white man's gun range. Create your own gun range and practice. There's a lot of professional shooters where they could teach you how to handle a gun and teach you how to use it. And I'm talking about professionals with that looks like us. That's us. Okay, I don't care where they come from. I don't care if they come from. I don't care if they're from the Caribbean. I don't care if they're from here in the States. I don't care where they come. But there are many of there's people that our people are professionals, and they can tell you how to handle a weapon properly to defend yourself. You're going to learn how to defend yourself. Stop saying that you're afraid to protect yourself. We're going to have to start teaching our elders. We're going to start teaching our elders how to protect themselves. You know, because there was only one security guard there, and he ended up getting murked by this white boy. He said the bullets couldn't even, he said the bullets was hitting the white boy, but the white boy had the bulletproof vest. He was protected. So we're gonna have to get more security because we are unprotected in this country, and it's going to be up to us to protect ourselves. You do not need the government for everything. Stop asking permission. Because when the government, they're not going to ask you permission when they take money out of your tax, with money out of your check. They don't ask for permission. So why you got to ask permission if you want to protect yourself? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have to really, really step up our game. So I agree with Brother Bakari, but I would take it further. I would say we have to stay on black code. Forget about just the word code, but we have to stay on black code. Because every other race is on their code. They got their color code intact. So when they say white lives matter to them, white lives matter to them. So it's sad that we'll watch our people suffer, and the only thing that we can do is just run our mouth. And again, this will be forgotten among the FBAs and ADOS. This whole thing will be forgotten. And they'll find a way to release this guy. They'll find a way to say, oh, he was mentally ill. They'll put him in a secure, protective place where he could be harmed. He is considered a hero. So I just want people to understand what are we up against. The race war has already been there. We've been fighting, like Brother Bakari said, it made great sense. He said we've been fighting this war with what they call the Tamhu. That's how we used to call white people, the Tamhu. And we used to fight these people 5,000 years ago, ever since they invaded Africa. Our people was trying to warn us then. It just amazes me, Brother Bakari and Forecast, how black people was trying to warn us then 5,000 years ago. It just amazes me. But black people, because they hate Africa and they don't want to travel nowhere, they just want to just come up with these little crazy thoughts about Africa and all this other stuff, knowing damn well they haven't been there. So they want to make up things. They want to make up stuff. Oh, there's a civil. The other nut unapologetic. Or there's a civil war in Africa right now. But where in Africa, sir? Where in Africa? So I guess the whole continent is black people just fighting each other. See, this is and you got suckers. They fall for this nut bag. They fall for this shit. When I asked the brother, I said, "Hey, let's have a debate, but you're gonna have to screen share your work." Or he dip and dodge. And I told him, I said, "I know that's why you upset. I know that's why you mad, because I challenge your pseudoism, and you don't want to challenge me. So now you're gonna bring up something silly to make it seem like I hate black women because I called this girl out, because I called this girl who was being very disrespectful on the panel, and you're gonna use that as a way of trying to come at me." Trying to deflect. And that's a lot of black people do. They try to deflect. And I say, hey, my dude, you had this killer just shot 9 of our people. He didn't care about that. I had the B-Rad dude. I talked about George Zimmerman. He said he didn't care about George Zimmerman. He want to come after me. So you got these people, they try to sound like they one of us, but they're not us. So we have to really, really be on, we have to, like Brother Bakari said, we have to try to stay on code. But we're going to have to start separating our people. Hotep, Rashid, you want to come through? You want to come on, Rashid, and speak about this for a bit? So I just want to give everybody a chance to see if Rashid want to come through. Let's put this link in one more time. I'm not going to be here too long. I'm going to... there you go, Rashid. I put the link in, brother, if you want to come on and you want to talk about this murderer, this monster. But yeah, man, it's just we're going to have to be tribal. We're going to have to be tribal, and we're going to have to separate the Africans from the black Neanderthals, and we're going to have to do it. That's just how we're going to have to do things. Oh, okay, no problem. So we're going to have to separate from the real from the fake, and knowing that, and we're going to have to continue. And my solution is we're going to have to continue bringing awareness, educating our people, empowering our people, and showing our people that we know punks. This is because, like I said, we have a lot of solutions, but we have to show our power. We have to put some encouragement in our people. We're going to have to show pictures and movies and stuff like that, how we fought back. I don't care, brother. Look, I don't care if it's fantasy or I don't care if it's I don't care if it's fantasy or reality. We going to have to show our people fighting back, and that's what it is. But at the same time, we're gonna have to put pride in our people to show our people they are very valuable. Because a lot of our people walking around, they feel that they're not worth anything. They feel that their life is not valued. And it's not fair to them. So with that said, I'm gonna give y'all both brothers your closing statements. Y'all can take as much time as y'all want. And so I will go with Brother Forecast and then Brother Bakari.
All right, well, yeah, I appreciate you for letting me on, my brother, and I'm glad you're talking about this, and shouts out to you, everybody in the chat, my brother Bakari, and much respect, my brother. Oh, by the way, yo, and I'm doing something like I'm trying to I started a fundraiser to help, people down in Lawrence County, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? They having a sewage crisis, like, where their sewage backs up in their home. So I started a fundraiser to try to, get money for at least a septic tank, and I'm gonna try to make it down there and like help somebody out. So anybody who want to be a part of that, you know what I'm saying, you can subscribe to my channel or whatever, and you'll see the video. But appreciate it. Much respect, my brother.
Anytime, King. It's on you, Brother Bakari.
This is a great show, God. Thank you for letting me on. What's up, Forecast? Peace to the chat. This was well needed. Our people, we need to understand that we are under attack, that they're at war. I would say we're at war, but they are at war with us. Eventually, we're going to have to fight back or get killed off, Stop fighting with one another over and over and over. And for those of you who did not see it, go check out the show I did earlier called Cultural Connections. And it's for these people that don't want to be Africa, who come up with all kind of stuff. All of a sudden, I heard somebody say that we are the aliens from outer space. We from all over the world. We wouldn't. I'm like, people do everything in their power to avoid where they come from. It's amazing how you can tell people from the Orient because they look alike. You can tell these Europeans because they look alike. You can these people, these Middle Eastern people, they look alike. But when it comes to black people, oh, we just came from all over the world. We just sprouted out the ground everywhere. We even came from outer space, So we have to, you see culture connections, and you'll see the connection that we have with our people on the continent and in the rest of the diaspora. And I did it hoping that we can stop fighting one another, for the ones that want to stop fighting, for the ones that continue and want to continue to argue and bicker with one another amongst themselves. They will be doing it without me. That's why those type of people don't come to, whenever I do a channel, don't come to my YouTube page. And as far as fan base, they really don't come to my fan base anymore, because I'm talking about doing something positive. Well, actually, we ain't talking, we are doing stuff positive, and those people don't want to be around, and I don't want those people around, in all honesty. So I don't want them around me anyway. I'm just being honest with you, man. I done got too old for that nonsense. So peace and one love. Thank y'all for listening. I'm out.
And I want to thank everybody in the chat. Give a couple of shout outs. I want to give a shout out to Over 50 and Fan and Fabulous. Atlanta. Rennie P. Who else? Erica Howard. 12 Vels. Ebony 433. Who else? Money Pro Music. What's good? Hotel. I missed you, bro. I missed you, man. I didn't see you there. So shout out to Money Pro Music. Person Kid 21. Sister Raw. Want to thank all of y'all. Who else? And who else I'm missing? Hope I'm not missing. Okay, K-Tay. Thank you for coming through. Who else? Who else? Okay. KW Dawn 7, thank you. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. And Zach, I would say Zach. Zach, thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. And my brother Rashid, thank you. I appreciate it. I want to thank everybody that showed me love and kept the chat active. I will be doing another program next week about hip hop started in Africa. I want to thank Brother Bakari for showing me another video about the dancing, of the break dancing. I did the one with the crunk, but the break dancing kind of opened my eyes, and that goes way further than the break dancing that came out in the in the 80s. So I'm definitely going to show that and show the comparison that hip hop definitely created in Africa, because a lot of ADOS or Aboriginals and these people think that that genre comes from over here, and they don't realize that their roots are exposing them that they're not from here. Their roots is from the motherland. So I'm going to show that
they from outer space.
Oh yeah, they're aliens, and I've heard all types of shit, man. I heard they said they were aliens. What else they said? They said, well, we got that from that's what Young Pharaoh has said, something like that. The other one, everybody's that was the other one that the big one where everybody was black, including Thomas Jefferson and all these other presidents were black. I mean, I heard a lot of foolishness, all this, and to me, that pseudo feel good rhetoric, and we need to cut that out. We really need to cut that out. We got to cut that out. All this space aliens and we really we either snow people or we rock people. It just gets stupid, man. Like anything that keep us away from Africa, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. They won't even admit that Indians enslaved them. They don't want to admit that. Oh, my grandmother said we Cherokee. Well, Cherokee owned slaves, right? Well, my grandmother didn't say that, mention that. Well, she couldn't say it because she was a slave. Well, how did we own the land? And it's just nonsense, man. It's just like it gives you a headache after a while. So we got to stay away from all that pseudoism. Unless they could source up, I'll tell people it's like either source up or shut up. Either source up or shut up. Let's see what Renee said. She said, I appreciate you doing such a good live. Bring this importance of our race still not show equal rights still today. But I hope everyone has a blessed and safe Sunday. You too, sis. I'm so glad that you came through. Definitely subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to my brothers, I know I subscribe to you, Renee. So subscribe to Brother Bakari and Forecast. And join Team Black. Join Team Black. We the truth. Trust me. You're gonna learn some stuff that you're gonna be like, oh shoot, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because my brothers, they put me on point, and and that's how we all gonna get sharp. You know what I'm saying? That's all we're gonna. I always say if we unite, our minds get sharper and we can see things clearly. You know what I'm saying? Get away from all this. These like the Tariq Nasheeds and the Jason Blacks and all those other coons because they're not showing you it's the same old redundant stuff. It's the same old white supremacy. Oh my God, we got to go and hide and see what they're doing to us and see what the government. You know this already. They're not even hiding it no more. They telling you in your face. First they used to hide it. Now they letting you know in your face. Hey, you know what? We're not giving you reparations. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. Hey, see what we're doing? We're giving all your money to the Ukrainians. See what we're doing? We're giving all your money to the Mexicans. It's in your face. It's in your face. Wow, Person Kid said someone just opened up and shot up a church in Cali. Oh no. Wow. This is I'm telling you. I don't know what to say. I'm ready. Like I'm ready for this fight. That's real talk. I've been ready. I've been ready for a long time. But they know who to fuck with. They know who not to fuck with. But like you said, soft targets, churches, supermarkets, mostly black women go there. So when do us men? I know, and I won't. I know I protect the black woman, but you got men. When are you going to step up? When are you going to step up? Giving thanks to the read. No, thank you, Sister Raw. Appreciate you. I want to thank Renee P again. But I didn't know that person. I'm gonna look into that. See, here we go, another shooting. Another shooting in a church. And most likely it could be a white person doing that. It's crazy. So but I'm definitely gonna look into that. But again, let's prepare ourselves. You know, if you're gonna have to get strapped, protect yourself, protect your loved ones, because it's real. And always, let's all keep in touch and let's stay together. We was talking about this meet and greet thing that's in effect. We working on that. There's a lot of things that are happening, but a lot of things need money too. See, that's another thing too. Just imagine, and I want to say this before I end this live. Just imagine if all the black people just subscribe to each other, right? We could have had 3,000, 4,000 subscribers or whatever the case is. Each black person would just subscribe to each other, and that way we can get some sort of income, right? From YouTube or whatever the case, get it monetized or whatever the case is. So we can really do more for our people. You know, we could definitely support each other like that. But hell, you got black people, they don't even do that. They don't even want to subscribe to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a small thing. Just based on you being black, you should say, yo, I'm gonna subscribe to you because you're black. You're a black man. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard because a lot of the times, because most of us is not on code, we talk all that pseudo crap. We bang on black women. We banging on black men. We talking about divesting. We talking about abort black babies and all this other nonsense. So I don't want to subscribe to those channels. And most likely they're not going to subscribe to me because they know I'm against that. So how are we going to build as a nation when you got black people that's talking all this self-hate? I'm not down with that. I'm not comfortable when my spirit is not going to allow me to be comfortable with that. So with that said, thank you, everybody. Thank Brother Bakari, Forecast, for coming through. Let me just want to thank y'all, brother, for coming through. Appreciate y'all for your words and wisdom and knowledge. And I want y'all to keep up the good work. Definitely, if y'all have anything, if you have, any other programs, you can always let me know, and I'll be glad to join. So yeah, we are. So this been a. I just had to do it. I just had to do this program, man. This is crazy. Nothing has.
Hey, Guy, can I say one thing before we go? Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Shoot.
Remember I said how we could have used Grandmaster Jay as propaganda? The NFAC as propaganda?
Yes.
I'm going for everybody that hate it and don't like when I say they could have been used as propaganda. How many attacks did you see white people coming toward black people when they saw 5,000 black people?
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
How many?
You're right about that. Yes.
And matter of fact, not just that. When the last time they went through Louisville, Kentucky, it was the so-called white supremacists. The white militias went and started complaining to the police that it is so many of them. If they come through here, they're going to wipe us out. So then the one woman said, well, and the police told them to move. And the lady was like, I'm going to find a video, see, because they took a lot of that down. They're like, well, if we stand our ground here, we're going to get wiped out. And when they saw the NFAC, what did the white militia say? Well, I think it's just best if we move and go be somewhere else.
See, one thing about these white extremist groups, they don't want to face black people who's willing to fight. They're not going to want to face it. They're not going to want to face black people who they got guns. They're not going to want to face another black person that got guns. Look, let me tell you something. They remember, Brother Bakari, when the Zulus defeated the British. The Zulus didn't have guns. They had the British had they called them muskets, right? And you had the Zulus, because of numbers, they wiped them out, the British. So of course the British had to come back with bigger guns like the cannons and all that stuff, right? So they know our history. White people know our history. It's black people that don't know our history. They don't know their own damn history. Now, we could talk about the Haitian Revolution. We could even talk about what Nat Turner did. I don't think Nat Turner was a failure. And we could have used that. So now you talk about the Grandmaster Flash. And what was that? What was the organization again? I forgot.
NFAC.
NFAC. You're right. We could have used that as a way, as propaganda, making sure there's and this is how the Black Panther, the original Black Panther, that's how they did it. They made it seem it wasn't as many, but the government thought it was a whole bunch of them. They thought it was millions. And when I was, this is according to the movie called Panthers, where Bobby Seale said, yeah, it's only thousands, but they think it's millions of us. We should have used that. So now, but you have black people who's check this out. You have black people who talk big and bad on YouTube. They don't even like carrying weapons, but they want to attack this brother who actually done something. You know what I'm saying? Grandmaster Flash, you want to attack this brother. Oh, he's an agent, or he worked for the police, and they will pick whatever instead of just using that and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to continue this, and we're gonna pick up the fight. It's funny, all this happened under Trump.
Hey, remember that young brother I had on my channel that I interviewed who was part of the NFAC?
Right.
Do you know why he left? I'm gonna tell you why he left. and more people with him when they left. Do you know why they left?
Why?
Exact words. They say it's a waste of time trying to do something. Exact word. It's a waste of time trying. Because black people want to make what we're doing about Grandmaster Jay and don't see other black people out there willing to risk their life for them. So we won't do it anymore. Whatever happened can
Oh
happen.
my God! Wow.
Now I know that for because I know him personally.
Mm. That's I see. You see how people get so discouraged. They want to do something. They want to help, and our own people discourage us. Black people, we the only race. We'll make mockery. We will make videos dissing somebody, trying to expose them. I said this earlier, and because you mad because you disagree, just a disagreement, and black people go out their way to try to expose another black person, and y'all supposed to be on the same page, but then you want to know why when black people say, hey, you know what, fuck this, maybe it's best if I just start cooning. And then you're going to hear black people say, well, I used to be like that, but I don't want to be like that no more, because when I was for my people, they didn't like me. They didn't accept me. So now that I'm cooning now, then all of a sudden, oh, you're a coon and all that. But when I was for y'all and by y'all, all of a sudden I was the worst thing ever. All of a sudden, you're exposing me. You're doing all this crap. Everything is a beef. And yes, it becomes discouraging. All our greats went through it. From Marcus Garvey, from Malcolm X, all our greats went through it. It's a tough job because you're trying to appeal to your people and trying to say, hey, I'm working for you. I'm fighting for you. All we just need your support. It's a shame, Brother Bakari and Forecast, where we put our life on the line for this and we can't even get the respect that we deserve. But they can go to these suckers like the Tariq Nasheeds and Jason Black, who don't show his face to black people, but he can show his face to the Klan. Young Pharaoh, who shot at his baby mother. The nature boy who uses black women, exploit black women. You got the B-Rab who live off of black women, don't want to work. I mean, I can go on. And these are the people that will bang on us and threaten us because we doing things the right way. We putting things back into place. But I would say, you know what? And I'm just going to just say this. I'm not going to think about them. I'm going to just keep moving forward. And I got to stay true to myself. People say I'm in my truth. And I got to keep it 100. And like I said, when we are strong and we get the numbers, we're strong by numbers. And like I said, when we get that energy, nothing can break us. Nothing can break us. Nothing. So let's keep forward. Let's keep forward. Let's keep fighting. And if one of us feel discouraged, let's help each other. Let's heal one another to make sure that, hey, I got you. Let's uplift each other. Because yes, this could be discouraging. It could be discouraged. We could be easily discouraged. And it's sad that I hear about that brother like that, man, because that brother was a major asset to us. And we commend him. And it's a shame, man. It's sad to hear stories like that. So hopefully if we can get that brother on our panels and maybe we could talk to him and see when we can take it from there, because we don't want to We don't want to lose. We don't want to lose that brother like that. We don't want to lose. So he could just say, forget all this pro-black stuff, and I'm gonna start being a coon. You know what I mean? We don't want to lose that. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta take care of. We gotta take care of one another, man. So with that said, I'm gonna end this live. I want to thank everybody again. Thank y'all, brothers. And I'll see y'all on the flip. Peace.